Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach. And today we're talking about the absolute worst foods for your body and why. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to check out the description box down below where you will find nutrition coaching. I offer personalized macros and calories. This is how I've lost almost 140 pounds, as well as one-on-one coaching if you would like to chat with me directly. Links and discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about the worst foods for your body and why. Now, I always say no food is bad or good. Food doesn't have moral value, but of course there are some foods out there that are just healthier than others. And these foods are just really not good for our body overall and can actually inhibit us losing weight. All 5 of these foods are on this list backed by science. So I wanted to share them with you. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't eat these foods. I would just recommend eating these foods in a little bit more moderation, filling your diet 80% with whole, real, healthy foods, and then the other 20%, you can eat some of these foods on this list. Everything in moderation. But I did want to share with you the worst foods for weight loss. Number 1 is going to be processed foods and sugar. We all hear that processed foods aren't good for you, and this is actually very, very true, especially processed foods that are heavily processed and full of sugar. We're talking about things like white bread, baked goods, chips, cookies, candies, and cakes. All of these foods are heavily processed. Now, there's a difference between processed foods and heavily processed foods. Frozen fruit and frozen vegetables are processed foods, but chips, cakes, cookies are heavily processed and packed with sugar. Those two things together is not good for your body. Also, high sugar consumption increases your risk of diabetes, spikes your blood sugar. So if you're eating processed foods filled with sugar for meals and snacks throughout the day, your poor blood sugar never has a chance to level and stabilize. And this is one of the leading causes for developing type 2 diabetes. Also, processed foods trigger inflammation. If you're someone who struggles with inflammation like me, limiting your processed foods is really going to help put a stop to that, or at least reduce the amount of inflammation that you're feeling. So you can still eat processed sugary foods, just limit the amount that you're consuming. Number 2 is going to be deep fried foods, especially when we're going through our local drive-thru. Fried foods are high in calories, low in nutrients, and packed with unhealthy fats. Now, fat is healthy and fat is essential for a diet, but there's a big difference between unsaturated, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, healthy fats, and saturated fat that we're going to find heavily in fried foods. Fried foods also are the #1 cause of coronary artery disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. So limit the amount of fried foods that you're eating. If you want to visit your local drive-thru once a week or once every couple weeks, that is reasonable, but try not to eat fried foods on a very regular basis. Number 3 may be a little sad for some people, and this is going to be beer and cocktails in general. Alcohol is a carbohydrate, and when we consume it, it immediately turns to sugar in our body. So kind of like if we ate a cookie, alcohol is going to spike our blood sugar. And if we continue to drink, say, mixed drinks all night, we're going to have that continuous blood sugar spike. Not to mention all of the calories, none of the nutrients that come in alcohol. Beer, on the other hand, is a leading cause of inflammation because of the hops and the way that beer is prepared. And again, all alcoholic beverages in general are full of empty calories. Now, can you still enjoy a good beer on the weekend or glass of wine in the evening? Absolutely. Again, everything in moderation. And another thing to think about when it comes to alcohol is alcohol lowers our inhibitions. So oftentimes when we're drinking alcohol, we're eating foods that we normally wouldn't eat. Maybe some fried foods or processed foods or sugary foods. So think about the fact that alcohol lowers your inhibitions, maybe spikes your cravings for some of these more unhealthy foods. So it can really be a double threat for reaching your weight loss goals. Number 4 is microwave popcorn. Now, overall, popcorn is really good for you. It's a complex whole grain carbohydrate with fiber. However, microwave popcorn, because of what is added to it, is not the most healthiest option. The issue with microwave popcorn a lot of the times is the oil that they're using. Have you ever noticed that oil on the inside of your microwave popcorn bag? That oil is actually made up of perfluorinated compounds, or PFCs, which are hormone disrupting chemicals that can actually lower your testosterone levels. So even more important for men than women, microwave popcorn can have some detrimental effects on your testosterone levels. Having a microwave bag of popcorn every night is maybe not the healthiest option. Like I said, all of the oils, there's a lot of added calories and ingredients in microwave popcorn. Your best bet is to pop it yourself at home, and that way you can control what goes on your popcorn, or find a baked popcorn that has good ingredients. My favorite, and the one that we always have in our house, is Lesser Evil. It has really nice, clean ingredients, and you still get that salty, buttery popcorn vibe in a much healthier way than microwave popcorn. Number 5 is fatty red meat. Now, red meat is not bad for you. Red meat contains a lot of iron. We try to eat red meat a couple of times a week, but if you can choose the leanest cut of red meat possible, that's going to be a little bit more beneficial for your health goals. There is saturated fat in red meat, especially really fatty cuts such as prime rib. It can also help spike your bad cholesterol. So again, consuming red meat in moderation is beneficial for all of the other iron compounds and nutrients in red meat. But again, if you can choose a leaner cut, that's always your best option. Let's kind of use hamburger or ground beef as an example. Instead of getting the 80-20 or 85-15, shoot for the 96-4 or the 93-7. You're going to still get that same good hamburger flavor, ground beef flavor, with a lot less fat and a lot less calories. So it's going to help you stay in a calorie deficit and still get to enjoy red meat. And last but not least, number 6 is deli meat. Now, the issue with deli meat, besides it being very processed, is the nitrates and nitrites found in deli meat. In addition, they usually pack a big punch of sodium. I love deli meat. I actually eat deli meat pretty regularly, but I always try to buy nitrate and nitrite free, and I do try to always get a lower sodium option if that's available to me, because this can be a big punch of unnecessary sodium. Lead to high blood pressure. So if you're someone that suffers from high blood pressure, deli meats may not be the best option for you. So if you want to have a good deli meat sandwich, I recommend a high quality deli meat, maybe from the deli counter, where you can look at the sodium content and make sure that it is nitrate and nitrite free. Also, if you are a member of Sam's Club, a lot of their prepackaged deli meats don't contain nitrites or nitrates, and they do have quite a few lower sodium options. Now, I know deli meat is convenient, and like I said, I eat it regularly. Just try to make a healthier choice. So those are the worst foods for your body for weight loss. Let me know down below, did any of these surprise you? Or are you someone who eats these foods on a regular basis, and maybe this video made you think twice about that? And like I mentioned in the beginning, no food is bad or good. Everything in moderation. Just some foods overall are just healthier than others. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up. Again, subscribe if you're not. I would love to have you here, and turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching, as well as links and discounts to my favorite healthy things. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.